rolling whenever y'all ready.
Y'all ready? All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Before we get started, we're going to turn to the east and give our praise to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
We want to give double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone. The men that taught us this truth is 100% true. The true way of worshiping the Heavenly Father and His Son. I want to say peace and salutation to you hopeful elect that believe sincerely in His truth. Shalom. This is GMS Memphis Camp coming back at you once again with another pre-camp lesson. And we hope this pre-camp lesson be edifying to the hopeful elect. Let's go and start it off with that Joel 2, verse 1.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 1. And it reads, blow ye the trumpet in Zion.
It said, blow ye the trumpet in Zion. Now what is the trumpet being blown in Zion? Now give me that in Luke 14, verse 23. And give me Isaiah 58, verse 1.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 14, verse 23. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges.
Now the Lord said to his servants, the prophets, to go out to the highways and hedges. And to do what? You just read it again.
This is Luke 14 and 23 again. In 22, Salakia. And the servant said,
Hold on. Luke 14 and 23.
Okay. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in.
And compel them to come in. You go into the meaning of that word compel, it goes into force, it goes into threat. So who we threaten? You Israelites. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, Hispanic, the Lord's people. We are threatening you to come in. Keep reading.
That my house may be filled.
That the Lord's house may be filled. The house of David. So we compelling you to come in. So give me that in Isaiah 58 and verse 1.
God, this is Isaiah 58 and verse 1. It reads, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
So while we out here on the highways and hedges, not only we compelling you, threatening you to come in, hey, we ain't sparing your emotions. Because the Lord says, spare not y'all emotion. Because you got other false prophets out here like to speak that smooth shit, that smooth things, lies and deceit. They sold out for 50 lucre's sake. So they ain't giving you the truth. So the Lord has commanded us to cry out loud, spare not, and lift up our voice like a trumpet. So when you hear the prophets out here on the highways and hedges, in a chief place of conquest, hey, the Lord told us to lift our voice up like a trumpet. So when you hear this trumpet, hey, you will be aware of what's going on. Because when you hear a trumpet, man, hey, it's loud. So when you hear the voice of the prophets, hey, it's letting you know, hey, what's going on. Read it again.
God, this is Isaiah 58 and verse 1. It says, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet. I'm reading it. This is Isaiah 58 and verse 1. It reads, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression.
My people, their transgression. A possessive noun. The Lord has a special people that He loved to Himself. Keep going.
And it says, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sin.
The house of Jacob, their sin. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, Hispanic. Show you your sins. Because the laws and statutes and commandments was issued out to you, not to these other nations. So only you can transgress against the Lord's laws, statutes, and commandments. Only you can sin. So while we out here, we showing you where you going off at. With these celebrating these pagan holidays, worshiping all these false gods, taking on the ways of the heathens. Go back to that Joel verse 2, verse 1.
This is back in Joel chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion.
Now this Zion represent you Israelites. Zion is another name for you Israelites. Keep going.
Yep. And it says, which is to Zion one.
Yep. To Zion one in Hebrew.
Yeah, which is memorial.
Yep.
Yep. And it says in Joel 2:1, it says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain.
It says, sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Who is the Lord holy mountain? You Israelites. You his holy government. And what's make you holy is the laws, statutes, and commandments. So the Lord says, sound that alarm. So we blowing that trumpet. We lifting our voice up like a trumpet. Because when you hear a trumpet, hey, it's a warning sound. Preparing you. Keep going.
And it says, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble.
Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. All you Israelites, you heathens, the wicked. Let everyone tremble. Because when you hear this message, man, you're supposed to be trembling. Like back in the ancient days when the prophets came up on the scene. One example, Samuel. When he came up on the scene, hey, they was like, hey, Samuel, do you come in peace? Because 9 times out of 10, man, when you see a prophet, man, hey, he come and deliver some bad news. The words from the Lord, a message from the Lord. So let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, because we deliver you a message from the Lord. Keep going.
Yep. And it says, let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord Yahweh cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
So the day of the Lord is not at hand. It's near. It's right around the corner. And how do we know that? Jump down to, yeah, like the signs. I think it's all the way at the bottom. 30. Yeah, 30.
This is Joel chapter 2 and verse 30. And it says, I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke.
And ain't that's what we seeing? We seeing blood moons. We seeing eclipse. These are signs that the Lord has revealed to us that, hey, the Lord is right around the corner. Any moment now, he can crack those clouds back and all hell can break loose. Give me that matter of fact, give me that in Matthew 16, 2. Yeah, Matthew 16:2, because you Israelites, y'all cannot discern what time that you are in. You can tell when the sky is look like it finna rain or whatever. You see it's sunny outside, you know to put on some shorts and shit, tank top, and you women dressed like hoochies, but you can't discern what time you are in right now. So give me that Matthew.
This is Matthew chapter 16, verse 2. He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning, it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times?
So can you Israelites discern the signs in the times? You see the wars going on. You see the earthquakes in diverse places. You see the uproars of the people. Can't you see that, hey, we're living in some end times? Can't you see that shit ain't like how it used to be? Things are not normal. But here it is, Jake don't know what time they are in. Give me that in Ecclesiastes 3:1.
God, this is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 1. And it reads, to everything there is a season.
So to everything there is a season. Keep going.
And a time to every purpose under the heaven.
So it's a time and purpose for everything under the heaven. And it's the Lord's purpose. So everything that happens here on earth, man, hey, it's according to the Lord's purpose. Keep going.
And it says in Ecclesiastes 3:2, a time to be born, a time to die.
And we coming in some times where it's going to be a lot of people perishing. A lot of people finna die. And they don't even see it coming. Keep going.
And it says a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted.
And the Lord finna pluck up this kingdom. This kingdom been planted for so long that the Lord finna come back. Hey, he finna pluck it out from the root. He finna pluck it out of his place. Keep going.
Verse 3. It says in Ecclesiastes 3:3, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up.
Keep going.
A time, it says in verse 4, a time to weep and a time to laugh.
Now, and we coming in some time where a lot of you Israelites, y'all finna weep. You finna weep and mourn. We already seeing a lot of you Israelites weeping and mourning right now. Start with the Northern Kingdom, you so-called Mexicans.
Yep.
Like people being stripped from their families, thrown in concentration camps. And here it is. I didn't even know they had this what they call
Alcatraz.
yeah, alligator Alcatraz.
Yep.
Man, that shit crazy. Putting people on the island where alligators at.
Yep.
Like
And it's just showing you it's the same spirit,
Yep.
coming back around again. Because like on the photos that we have, when we set up main camp, they was feeding our children to alligators.
yeah,
So there they go again. They got fucking alligators. Out of all type of animals, you could have put a shark out there, but out of all things, you put an alligator out there.
Right, beautiful. Keep going on it.
And it says in Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 4, it says a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance.
So we ain't in no time of like in a mirth spirit.
Yeah.
Cause Jake is caught up in mirth. Like what's the new TikTok dance? What's the what's popping all on social media? What's the latest fashion? See, Jake too caught up in all of that, but don't know what time that they are living in. Jump down to verse 8. You have something you want to say?
Just going with that, that point that you said, this is not the time of mirth. I seen an article on Newsbreaker, and it was saying that the Six Flags is shutting down some locations, man. And those are like, big time amusement parks where Jake could go down there for the summertime.
Yeah.
You should jump down to
Verse 8.
Verse 8.
Yeah.
Ecclesiastes 3 and 8, it says a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace.
And that's the time we are coming in. War. A war for to be waged against you Israelites. Y'all don't even know it. You got Esau, Edom, he waging war against you, and the Lord using him. Then you're gonna have a civil war. So you got all this going on, and you Jakes, y'all so caught up in mirth. Y'all ain't, y'all partying.
Yeah.
So busy caught up in your lust, drinking, ain't preparing yourself for what's to come. But you got a trumpet being blown out here warning you of these things. But also you got another trumpet telling you, hey, things gonna get good. Things gonna be better. Give me that in 1 Corinthians 14.
Okay.
Who got it? 14 and 7.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 7. And even things without life giving sound, whether pipe or harp, except they give a distinction in the sounds.
So everything in life has a distinction sound. Like a guitar got its own sound, a piano got its own sound, a drum got its own sound. Keep going.
Except they give a distinction in the sounds, how shall it be known what is pipe or harp?
Keep going.
For if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle?
So if a trumpet give an uncertain sound, how can a person prepare themselves for a battle? How can a person even know what's going on if you telling me that, hey, things are going to get better? Damn, bro.
It's gonna be the year of your prosperity.
Yeah.
That's that uncertain sound.
Yeah. You got pastors, pork chop eating pastors. You got other false prophets, leaders. They telling their congregation, man, hey, everything's gonna be okay. It ain't no Jacob trouble.
Yeah.
Ain't no microchips. It's June. So you got all that going on. But you got the other prophets out here on the scene warning the people, letting the people know Jacob's trouble is coming. You better prepare yourself. You better get your house in order.
Yeah.
Keep reading.
This is First Corinthians chapter 14, verse 8. For if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle? So likewise ye, except ye utter by the tongue words easy to be understood, how shall it be known what is spoken?
So how shall it be known what is spoken? So we out here telling you, warning you that, evil is coming, and only evil is coming. But you got other group of leaders, their congregation, they being led astray. Yep. They the blind leading the blind. Give me that in Ezekiel.
Come, this is Ezekiel.
Yeah, 33.
Come, this is Ezekiel 33 and verse 2. It says, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land, it says, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him, and it says, and set him for their watchman, it says in verse 3, if when he seeth the sword cometh upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people.
And this is what the Lord finna do in these times. The Lord finna send a sword. And what is this sword? Give me Psalm 17 and 13.
This is Psalm chapter 17, verse 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him.
Disappoint who? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the wicked. Keep going.
Cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
The wicked, which is thy sword. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, that's the Lord's whooping stick. And he gonna use that man to bring great wrath on 2/3 of his people, you Israelites. So go back to that Ezekiel 33.
This is back in Ezekiel 33 and verse 3.
Start from the top again.
All right.
From the second.
All right. Ezekiel 33 and verse 2. It says, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land.
And this is what we doing. We coming in the same light of Ezekiel. We speaking to you. Letting you know the Lord finna bring a sword. And it's being sharpened. It's being sharpened right now. Finna make a sword slaughter to you Israelites. Keep reading.
And it says, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people, it says, if the people of the land take a man of their coast, and set him for their watchman.
And the Lord has set us up as watchmen, to watch over his sheep, to let you know what's going on. Cause we sitting up on our tower seeing the evil for the approach. We see Esau, preparing for war. So we trying to warn you. Prepare your own damn self for war. Get your own house in order. Keep going.
And it says in verse 3, Ezekiel 33 and 3, it says, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people.
And that's what you got the Israelites, the true men of the Lord. That's what you got us doing. Man, we see the sword coming. By articles, by the news, paying attention to what's going on. So we're not ignorant to Satan devices. So we warning the people about uploading videos, letting you know, hey, this is what Esau trying to do. You better repent, get your house in order, come back to the ways of the Lord.
Or even when you out on your day-to-day and you driving, just like when you come across the train track, you see all them tanks getting transported.
Ah, beautiful. Hell yeah. They got to be going somewhere. Yeah.
Who they finna put that on?
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, they ain't got them for nothing. You know
right.
Exactly.
They want to use them toys.
Exactly. And it says in Ezekiel 33 and verse 4, it says, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood should be upon his own head.
So when an individual, an Israelite, hear the sound of the trumpet, hear the sound of the prophets telling you what's going on, and Esau finna come in like a flood. He finna come down with great wrath. He finna wage war up on you. But you come up here and be like, man, but y'all ain't talking about shit, man. That man ain't finna do nothing. But when he come down on your head, and you ain't take heed to the warning, the blood gonna be on your head. Cause we warn you. We let you know what's finna happen. What's going on. But you didn't want to listen. You didn't believe. Keep going.
And it says in Ezekiel 33 and verse 5, it says, he heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning.
So you heard the sound of the trumpet. You heard the voice of the prophet letting you know what's going on. But you didn't take warning. Hey, have they not heard? Beautiful. Have you not heard? Keep going.
Yeah, Ezekiel 33 and verse 5. It says, he heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. His blood should be upon him, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul.
So the individual that take warning of this trumpet took heed to the prophets, hey, he gonna save his own soul. And that's gonna be the elect. Cause only the elect is gonna take heed to the warning of what's being spoken to them. They're gonna take heed to the trumpet. Keep going up on that.
And it says in verse 6, Ezekiel 33 and verse 6, it says, but if the watchman see the sword come, and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come, and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand.
And that's what you got going on right now. You got other Israelites camps out here. They ain't blowing the trumpet. They ain't warning their congregation, man, hey, all hell finna break loose. They call it, you got certain leaders talk about, man, we gonna be here another 1,000 years. What type of shit that is, man? That ain't beautiful. That ain't even the spirit of hasting. You supposed to be hasting to get out of this wicked kingdom. You supposed to be preparing your congregation to depart from this place. Not, hey, in a condition to live here another 1,000 years. Yeah, they trying to make America great again.
That's your branch. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Give me that in Ezekiel.
And this is
13.
This is Ezekiel chapter 13, starting at the top. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Israel that prophesy, and say thou unto them that prophesy out of their own hearts, hear ye the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord power, woe unto the foolish prophets.
So woe, destruction to these foolish prophets that prophesy out of their own heart, out of their own mind. They ain't following the ways of the Lord. They ain't sticking to sound doctrine. They ain't even teaching you the correct names. Keep going.
Thus saith the Lord, verse 3, thus saith the Lord power, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing. Verse 4, O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the deserts. Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of the Lord.
So so these other Israelites group, they ain't even made a hedge of protection to shield themselves in a day of destruction. Because here it is, like I was saying, man, hey, the Lord for to use Esau, Edom to wage war against you Israelites. But you ain't putting your congregation in the mindset, hey, prepare for the battle, what's for to come. They're going to be looking all stupid. They're going to be like, man, what's going on? Looking confused, perplexed. Give me that in Ezekiel 28. I think there's 28 and 8. Yeah.
This is Ezekiel 28 and verse 8. It says, they shall bring thee down to the pit.
Nah, second Ezra 16 and 40. My bad. Salah.
This is second Ezra chapter 16 and verse 40. And it reads, It says, "O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth."
It said, "Oh my people." Who is the Lord's people? You Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, and Hispanic. He said, make you ready for the battle. It's a battle for the be waged against you Israelites. Because you Israelites like to wage war against the Lord. You're rebellious. So you want to make war with the Lord for to make war with you. So he said, be ye pilgrims. Give me that word pilgrims from the etymology.
This is pilgrim in the online etymology, 1200th century, a person traveling to a holy place.
Read it again.
This is pilgrim in the online etymology, 1200th century, a person traveling to a holy place.
See, these are the Israelites groups. They're not preparing their congregation to be on the move. Like, they're not preparing their congregation to forsake the things that they got right now. Because like I was saying in Michael chapter 2 verse 10, you supposed to be departing from this place. You're not supposed to have your affections on things on earth. So when the time comes, it's gonna be hard for people to let things go. They're gonna be attached to them. Keep going on there.
Also, a traveler, generally a wayfarer, crusader, foreigner, stranger, foreigner, stranger, foreign resident.
Yeah. Right here. This is what I'm looking for.
Seeking some. Oh, okay. As a penance or to discharge some vow or religious obligation, or seeking some miracle or spiritual benefit.
And that's what the Lord's elect is going to be seeking for in those times. Give me that in Hebrews 6 and 10.
Come. This is Hebrews chapter 6 and verse 10. It says, "For the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love."
So the work you have done, and the Lord's going to reward you. Right. So when the time of evil comes, hey, the Lord's elect is going to be seeking for a miracle. They're going to be seeking for them benefits. So the Lord's not going to forget the ones that, hey, stood simply for his name, was out here on the highways and hedges, instant in season, out of season. But you got other Israelites group, they ain't preparing their congregation to even think like that, to even have faith like that. So when all hell break loose, it's gonna be, what the hell going on? I thought you said Jacob, it wasn't gonna be no Jacob trouble. It wasn't gonna be no MOTB.
I thought we had more time.
I thought we had more time.
Finishing up, and it says in Hebrews 6 and 10, "For Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed toward his name, in that ye have ministered." It says in that ye have ministered to the saints and do ministry.
So the Lord's not going to be unrighteous to forget that. So give me that in Isaiah 65 and verse 13.
This is Isaiah chapter 65 verse 13. "Therefore saith the Lord power, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry."
See, this is what we're going to be seeking for. Us hopeful elect. This is the miracle we're going to be seeking for. So when the Lord bring that famine, what the Lord said, read it again.
"Behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry."
So the ones that didn't believe, the ones that didn't take heed to the trumpet, didn't prepare themselves, you're going to be hungry. But the ones that took heed to it and prepared themselves, and they're going to be seeking for a miracle, for the Lord to feed them when he bring a famine to this land, over here in America. Keep going.
"Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty.
Keep going.
Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed."
So we're going to rejoice in the days of trouble, in the days of evil. by 2/3 of you Israelites, you're going to be ashamed.
Yeah.
All that mocking and scoffing you were doing at the Lord's prophets, saying, hey, y'all got dresses, making TikTok videos.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be ashamed. You hear something?
Con, you know, just going back to that definition for pilgrim when it was going into, you know, seeking a miracle.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah 10 and verse 20. And it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth.
So we ain't gonna put our faith and trust in Esau Edom, the so-called white man. We ain't gonna depend upon him. So the Lord's elect is gonna put their faith and their trust in the Lord. So when all hell break loose, man, it's gonna be the Lord. It's gonna be the one who's gonna provide for them, not Esau Edom. Cause what it says in Isaiah, I think it's 31, 32. Woe to them that go down for Egypt for help.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be destruction to the one that trust in Egypt,
Yeah.
trust in America, trust in their captivity. So the end game for you is gonna be straight death and destruction. Give me that in Matthew chapter 6.
You're either gonna be forced to
19.
you're either gonna be forced to believe in a miracle, or you're gonna be forced to go to heaven.
Yep. Yeah, this is a part of the miracles right here. Give me Matthew 6 and 13.
This 19.
Yeah, 19. Salaki.
This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor dust nor rust doth corrupt.
See, this is the mindset of the hopefully elect. They got their mindset on heavenly things. Things that are eternal, everlasting. Not things that are temporary, that's going to perish. They have an expiration date up on it. Keep going.
But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal.
Keep going.
For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
So where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So if you got your mindset on earthly things, you ain't gonna be able to let these things go. When you gotta let these things go. Cause what Charles Schwab said, you will have nothing and you will own nothing and you will be happy. So Jake don't want to let these things go. They prove it with the jump shot. They didn't even want to lose their job. So if you got your mindset on heavenly things, you ain't gonna be worrying about these things. You gonna be detaching from it. You won't even, like you said, you won't even give 2 damns about it. Jump down to what you
I was about to say, you know, that's like part of being a pilgrim in the world. You gotta go. You ain't got time to be worried about. You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Because you can lose all your earthly possessions, but you don't want to lose this word.
Yeah.
You don't want to lose.
Right.
You don't want to lose that connection that you got with Yahweh Shai.
Yep. Hey, matter of fact, hold that. Give me Isaiah 33 and 6.
That's your lifeline.
Yeah. Like I always say, like a survival manual, if you will. You know?
Yeah.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times.
So wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of thy time. So when all hell break loose, it's going to be the wisdom and knowledge that's going to keep a person stable. And the only ones that are going to have that is the elect.
That's right.
While everybody else, they're going to be bugged out.
That's right. Because when you go into that word stability, I always like to bring it out. It goes into the Hebrew word amawana, which is faith. So this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding This is what you're going to put your faith in, like Scripture saying in Romans 15:4. The things are written aforetime was written for our learning. So that's what you're going to put your faith in, because you know, okay, this is what the Lord did for those prophets, bro. So
Yep.
when we're going to be put in them same situations, that's what's going to comfort us.
Yeah, beautiful.
You know, because we're going to be looking for those miracles along our walks to the kingdom of heaven, man.
Beautiful, beautiful.
It says in Isaiah 33 and verse 6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord, Yahweh, is his treasure.
So the fear of the Lord is his treasure. So the ones that truly fear the Lord going to make sure they be straight. They're going to be well protected in those days. Jump back to that Matthew, jump down to, I think, 33, where it said, seek first the kingdom.
This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness, and all things shall be added unto you.
So you gotta seek first the kingdom. You gotta be out here laboring, doing the work, being diligent for the Lord. And the Lord, he's not gonna be unrighteous to forget what you have done for him. So those are gonna be the spiritual benefits that he's gonna provide to you when the days of all hell break loose. Destruction, famine, plagues, and pestilence. He's gonna make sure you be well straight, you and your family. Give me that in Proverbs 8 and 34.
This is Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 34. Blessed is the man that heareth me, and watching daily at my gate.
So blessed is the man that heareth me. So who is the I'm trying to get the words out. Who is the man that heard him? They're gonna be the elect. So when you heard the prophets out here on the scene, the true prophets, you hear the Lord, because the Lord speaks through his prophets. Keep going.
And it says in Proverbs 8 and verse 34, blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the post of my doors.
So you got to be watching. You got to be watching for prophecy. You got to be paying attention to what is going on daily, being diligent. Because every moment in these times we are living in, man, it's something happening every minute, every moment. You barely can even keep up. Like brothers calling, doing videos on this, doing videos on that. Keep going.
Yep, and it says in Proverbs 8 and verse 35, for whoso findeth me findeth life.
So whoso findeth me findeth life. Whoso findeth Yahweh Shai, they findeth life. They find salvation. Keep going.
And shall obtain favor of the Lord Yahweh.
The spiritual benefit, going to seeking that miracle. That's going to be that's going to be the favor that the Lord going to show to his elect. Even at I think there's 1 Thessalonians 5 and 1.
This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, starting at the top. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
So the elect have a perfect understanding that the day of the Lord, he's going to come as a thief in the night. The ones who ain't paying attention, the ones who ain't preparing themselves, ain't getting themselves ready, he going to be the one that catch you lacking. While you out here partying, drinking, having fun, caught up in mirth, some fighting. Beautiful, huh?
That's in the scripture. That's in the days of Noah.
Back in the days of Noah.
As in the days of Noah, they were eating and drinking.
Yeah, what you say, being overcharged with fighting, pretty much not setting a limit, just going over fucking over.
Yeah. Because it's a balance to all things at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But you be so overcharged with the cares of this life, before you know it, it'll drown you out. You will be entangled. You will be entangled in it. You will be drunken with the cares of this life. Keep going.
Verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when Verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
So when they shall say peace and safety, Donald Trump, I'm finna make America great again. You got these other Israelites camps, their leaders, hey, preaching peace and safety to their congregation. Like no evil is not coming. So when they shall say peace and safety, then what?
Then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
Then sudden destruction come upon them. Come upon who? You Israelites and everybody over here in America. It's going to come suddenly, unexpectedly, unawares. It's going to catch you like a thief in the night, like the Lord said He's going to get you. So it's going to catch you lacking. Give me that in 2nd Ezra 16, 37.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 37. Behold.
Hold on, before you get that, finish it off on that.
Verse 3 again, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
So just like how a woman, how she is pregnant, like how that birth pain just hit her suddenly out the blue, catch her off guard. This how the pain gonna hit America. That destruction gonna hit you like unawares.
Blindside.
And it's embarrassing, man. You know, like when a woman's water break, you know, she might be shopping or you know, somewhere, you know, and then, you know, her water break, you know, she's looking around all embarrassed and shit.
Yeah.
You know, that's how people gonna be like, damn.
Yeah.
God damn, man, I should listen to my little cousin.
Yeah.
You know? Damn.
Give me that in 2nd Ezra 16.
2nd Ezra 16 and verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. Verse 38, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb.
So when them plagues that the Lord said He gonna bring here to America, it ain't gonna be slack. Because of what it says in Habakkuk chapter, matter of fact, get there right quick. Yeah, Habakkuk 2 and 3. Yeah. Because Jake like to count slackness with the Lord.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Now what is that vision? That vision is the prophecy. It's set for an appointed time. It's already been set in advance where things are going to happen. What time and season where it's going to take place in. Keep going.
But at the end it shall speak and not lie.
But at the end it shall speak and not lie. It's speaking louder than ever in these times. Keep going.
Though it tarry, wait for it.
So though it tarry, though it seems like it's taking slow, it's a delay, just wait for it. Be patient. Patience goes into suffering. So keep going.
Because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
So when it come, it will not tarry. It ain't gonna be no delay no more. Go back to the 2nd Ezra.
This is back in 2nd Ezra 16 and 38. It says, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb.
So it's gonna be great pain that hit America. Great pain. I'm talking about pain that America ain't never experienced ever in history. That's why I said it's gonna be a time like no other. Jacob's trouble. Never in history have us as a nation, we suffer like this before. So you gotta be like, man, what the Lord got in store for His people. Keep going.
And it says with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment.
So these plagues that the Lord finna bring here to America, and they ain't gonna slack. Hey, one after the next. Hey, famine, the pestilence. You know, you're gonna have, you know, civil war you're gonna go through. Like how it says in Jeremiah 15 verse 1. Like with the people who are,
go from here?
yeah, people are gonna have their own death. destiny, of death. Like just because you escape from the famine, you're gonna have something else you gotta escape from. You gotta go through the Civil War. You gotta go through the pestilence, the disease.
Oh, and you know, whenever they fully crash this monetary system, worldwide, hey, motherfuckers can't pay their rent. Motherfuckers can't go get no food. Yep. So guess what? The grocery store gonna become your goddamn kitchen.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah,
that's what's gonna happen, man.
Yeah.
You know? And it says, real quick, in second address, that they should spoil you for your goods. Your goods also going to your women, man.
Yep.
Your daughters, all that shit. You know, they coming in getting all that, man.
Yeah. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Go back to that 1 Thessalonians 5:3. Yeah, finish it off. Yeah, you finish it off.
This is second Ezra 16 and 39. It says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side.
So it's going to be sorrows on every side. It ain't going to be no escape. So the ones who didn't take heed to the warning, hey, you're going to be fucked. Just to put it in layman's terms. Go back to the 1 Thessalonians.
This 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
And that's that uncertain sound. What we was reading in 1 Corinthians.
That's right.
14. Keep going.
For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Verse 4, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief.
Now, why is it we ain't gonna get taken as a thief? Because we paying attention, us hopefully elect. We watching for prophecy. We measuring the time diligently in itself. So the ones who paying attention, watching, their house is not gonna get broken in. The Lord's not gonna catch them off guard. He ain't gonna catch them lacking. Give me that in Proverbs 22 and 3.
Proverbs 22 and verse 3. It says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil.
So a prudent man, another word for a prudent man, a wise man.
Right.
Foreseeth the evil, and what he do?
And hideth himself.
He hide himself. Where you going to hide himself? Give me Psalms 91 and 1.
This is Psalm chapter 91, starting at the top. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Now, you're going to hide yourself in these scriptures. So the ones who hiding themselves in the scriptures took heed to the warning, the message that's being brought to them. What they're going to do? They're going to take heed. They're going to follow the ways of the Lord. Like what we were saying earlier, wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of thy time. If you ain't going to have the knowledge and wisdom in those days, you ain't going to know what to do. You ain't going to even know how to move. People going to be, in those days, they're going to move off the flesh. And that's going to get a lot of people killed in those days. But the ones who got the knowledge and wisdom and understanding of these scriptures, they're going to be hid. Yeah. They're going to know how to move because they got the understanding of the Lord. They got the understanding of the Lord's Spirit in them.
And they're going to be calm.
Yeah,
they're not going to be moving impulsive.
Yeah.
You know, rash and shit. You know, just because they see people looting and shit, they not going to go out there and grab a brick and throw one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Nah, they going to go the other way.
Yeah,
like,
they go the other way because they probably about to blow them.
Yeah.
Blow them people up.
Yeah. I go back to the Proverbs.
Proverbs 22 and verse 3. It says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
Read it again.
Proverbs 22 and verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself.
So he's going to hide himself in the scriptures. Keep going.
But the simple pass on and are punished.
So the simple ones, the 2/3 that want to be caught up in mirth, don't want to prepare themselves, they're going to be punished. They're going to perish when all evil come to her to America. Go back to 1 Thessalonians.
This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, picking up at verse 4. But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief.
So we're not in darkness. We know what's going on. We see the evil approaching. So that day is not going to catch us off guard. Keep going.
Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Verse 6. Therefore let us not sleep as do others.
So let us not sleep as do others. Because a lot of you Israelites, y'all getting rocked back to sleep. And some of you ain't never woken up. Claim that you woken up. Just because you know you're an Israelite. But that's just half the battle. Keep going.
Verse 6 again. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober.
Let us watch and be sober. You got to watch and be circumspect what's going on. Pay attention to your surroundings. Give me that in Ephesians.
Walk circumspectly.
Yeah, walk circumspectly. Redeeming the time because the days are evil. It's in Ephesians, I think it's
Ephesians, this is 5. Yeah, Ephesians
Yeah.
5. Yeah, right here. Ephesians 5 verse 16. It says, in verse 15, it says, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
So you gotta walk circumspectly. You gotta pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to what's going on in the world. Don't walk as a fool, because a fool don't even know what the hell he going. Keep going.
Yeah, I can get that for you. Ephesians 5:15.
Yep.
Ephesians 5 and in verse 15 again, it says, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
So be wise. Be a prudent man that perceive the evil and hide himself. Keep going.
And it says in verse 16, redeeming the time because the days are evil.
Redeeming the time because the days are evil. Now you can't buy back time, but you can make up the time for what you have wasted. So since the Lord have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light, make the best of opportunity that you got in these times.
Make the most of the time.
Yeah. Read that in NLT.
All right. This is Ephesians 5 and 15 in the NLT. It says, so be careful how you live. Don't live like fools, but like those who are wise.
So be careful how you live. Since you got this knowledge, wisdom, understanding of these scriptures, you should know how to live, how to move. Knowing that, hey, the day of the Lord, hey, he can come at any minute right now. So let me walk as a wise man, that knowing that, hey, evil is right around the corner. Be sober. Not going, like down here in Memphis, we got a downtown called Bill Street. People come down here on the weekend getting drunk and shit. Don't be out here partying, getting drunk. Like that's not wise. Always drunk all the time. So not only drunk physically, but spiritually too. Being hooked off this American philosophy, the American doctrine, how a man's supposed to conduct himself and a woman's supposed to conduct herself. That's foolish. So don't be drunk off the wine of America.
And it says in Ephesians 5 and 16 in the NLT, make the most of every opportunity in these evil days.
So make the best of opportunity in these evil days. So you got to make the best and the most of opportunity in these days. So you got to take heed to what is being spoken to you, this trumpet being blown, and get your house in order, get your house prepared. Give me that in Matthew.
Matthew 24 and verse 42. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doeth come.
Because nobody don't knows when the Lord's going to come. Only person knows that is the Father. So watch. He gave you signs when he's right around the corner. So pay attention to it. Keep going.
And it says in verse 43, but know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up.
So let's go to these 2/3. If they have known that, hey, when the Lord was going to come, hey, they would have had their house in order. They would have got their shit together. They would have repented. Keep going.
And it says in verse 44, Matthew 24 and 44, it says, therefore, be ye also ready.
So be ye also ready. Always on go. Because you don't know when the Lord's going to come back. You always got to be diligent. I always constantly bring up with that video with Apostle Tahar. Man, when they had an earthquake in New York, he was doing the work. He was like, hey, at least I'm doing the work. So you want to be like the wise virgin, not the foolish virgin that didn't trim their lamp, didn't oil their lamps. So when the Lord come back and return, hey, you want to be that servant, hey, well done, my faithful servant.
We say, blessed is that servant when the Lord comes to find him so doing.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, yeah. You want to been doing the work. You don't want to have that regret of, damn, I should have did more. Keep going.
Yeah, and it says in Matthew 24 and verse 44, it says, therefore be ye also ready, for it's such an hour as ye think not.
As ye think not. When you think not, the Lord's not coming. What that dude say? Man, he ain't coming. He ain't coming. We got another 1,000 years. He ain't coming no time soon.
Right.
So when you think not, keep reading.
It says, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh.
Hey, the Son of Man coming. Y'all shot gonna get you when you least expect it.
Right.
So hey, we hope this pre-camp lesson was edifying to the elect. Hey, shalom.
Shalom.